I stood in the alley, blood trickling from my lip, laughter echoing from the shadows behind me. Betrayed. Again. I should have seen it coming. The signs were there, whispers behind my back, sudden shifts in tone, the way they avoided my gaze when we trained. But I had gotten too comfortable, too trusting. In a world like ours, kindness is a luxury, and I paid for it with bruised ribs and a shattered ego. The city I live in isn't kind to the weak. It's survival of the fittest, and I had forgotten that. I had allowed victories to inflate my pride, let praise blind me to the danger circling me. That night was my wake-up call. As I crawled home, every bone aching, I repeated those words, never again. I had been soft. I had led with heart. But from now on, I would lead with strength. I wouldn't be anyone's fool, not anymore. The next morning, I couldn't even look at myself. My reflection mocked me, a loser, a dreamer, a victim of my own weakness. The bruises were fading, but the humiliation burned hotter than ever. You always lose, I whispered. You're not strong, just foolish. But that voice inside me, the one I always silenced with distractions, grew louder. Why are you only giving 50%? Why are you hiding from the grind? That day I cleaned up, threw out the junk food, erased the lies I told myself. No more excuses. I started training again, not just physically, but mentally. I built a routine. No more oversleeping, no more skipping drills, no more whining. I trained in the cold, in the rain, while others rested. Because I had a promise to fulfill, to myself. My pain would become my fuel, my doubt would become my drive. If strength was earned, I was ready to pay the full price. I rose before the sun. My muscles screamed with every rep, but I welcomed the pain. It meant I was alive. It meant I was improving. I stopped chasing comfort. Every morning run, every late-night shadow spar, every journal entry, sharpened not just my body, but my will. Success wasn't a mystery, it was discipline. It was showing up when you didn't want to. It was repeating the basics until they became second nature. People began to notice. "You've changed," they said. And they were right. I was no longer the broken fighter, limping home in shame. I was becoming something more, relentless, focused, dangerous. The old me would have backed down at the first sign of discomfort. The new me leaned into it. I didn't care about applause. I didn't care about opinions. I had one mission: rise. Not for revenge, but for redemption. I would become so strong that no betrayal could break me again. The next fight came fast, different opponent, same arrogance. They thought I was still the same weak fool. But the moment we faced off, they saw it in my eyes. I wasn't here to prove anything to them. I was here to dominate. I blocked their first strike, countered with precision. Each move was sharp, fueled by months of pain-turned power. I didn't flinch. I didn't freeze. I flowed like fire, fierce and untamed. They fell, hard. And as the crowd gasped, I didn't celebrate. I turned and walked away. Because this wasn't the victory I was after. It was just a checkpoint. I knew the real battle was inside me, and I was winning it, day by day. I wasn't fighting people anymore. I was fighting the old me, the lazy me, the scared me. And every time I showed up, I buried that version deeper. I wasn't just stronger, I was unstoppable. Now I stand tall, not because life got easier, but because I got tougher. I've embraced the grind, the tears, the silence, the rejections. Every moment I felt like giving up, I pushed harder. Every time life said no, I roared yes. I became the first to show up, the last to leave. I studied the greats, trained like a beast, and learned to lead with purpose, because strength isn't just power, it's responsibility. This world didn't change, it's still ruthless. But I changed. I rewired my mind. I stopped stalling. I stopped waiting for permission. I don't fear failure anymore. It's my stepping stone. Every scar tells a story. Every defeat shaped my fire. I've crawled, I've bled, I've broken, and still I rise. Because greatness isn't given, it's earned, and I will earn it every single day. This is my war, my fight, my destiny. I am strong, real strong, and none of you even come close.